In our last video, we looked at creating a goals and an action list for our trading business. So in today's video, we're going to look at business costs and tax deductions. Now, before we begin, just an important disclaimer. The information, examples, guides, or any other details provided in this video are for educational purposes only and do not constitute financial or taxation advice. So it is therefore your responsibility to seek your own independent financial or taxation advice from relevant professionals. So, the costs of running a trading business. So, why is it important to know our costs? So, it's important to keep track of our business costs, like any good business would do. And what this does, it assists with the budgeting. It also identifies areas of over or underspending. Now, if you recall in our previous videos, we did an analysis of the trading business and how much we were spending and how much we were planning to spend. So therefore, keeping track of our trading business costs here will identify whether we're on track with our spending goals. So how is this done? This is done either via a basic spreadsheet or perhaps some other software program to track your expenses. So what we need to do is break this into sections for easy reference and analysis. And what this then does is provide accurate running, sub and final totals. So we know whether we're on track for the year or for the quarter. And also this assists the accountant with accurate records. So our accountant is more likely to find more tax deductions for us if he sees that we've taken the running of our business seriously. So what are some examples of the costs of running a trading business? So we've got phone call costs or phone costs. We've got internet costs. Could be broadband, it could be 4G costs. We've got office and capital equipment costs. So office could be desks, filing cabinets, stationery, that sort of thing. Now, if we elect to operate out of perhaps a serviced office or a separate building, then we've got building costs and outgoings. Now, if you operate from home, well, then there's obviously a cost here as well to be able to operate your business from your home. Another example of cost would be our computer hardware and our software, and you may want to separate these out, of course. Educational materials such as courses, books, that sort of thing. Seminar or meeting costs. Now this could also include perhaps you have you catch public transport to the seminar, so that would be another cost that you could include in your seminar costs. And of course trading rooms, subscriptions and the like, mentoring fees, interest repayments. Now these are just some examples. Interest repayments may be that if you are perhaps part of your business, you've elected to pay off some of your computer equipment or things like that. So that's where that would apply. Or you may have money on loan that you trade with. So therefore that will have interest repayments against that. So they're costs of running our trading business. Now there are other costs as well. These are the typical costs. So business tax deductions. Now when you approach your accountant, it is important, now the first point here though, it's important to engage the services of a thorough accountant or other professional with regards to tax deductions for your trading business. Now, if you decide to put do your tax yourself, now it varies of course from country to country, but if you do it perhaps not as thorough as you can, then obviously you may miss out on some tax deduction. So it's important to have a tax accountant that is thorough in his approach, but it's also important here, and the second point here, that the professional understands the trading business. So it's your responsibility to inform the accountant or the tax professional as to exactly what you do and under what circumstances you operate the trading business, whether that be from home or serviced offices. Now, it's important from our point of view also that we understand how the professional can structure the business to take advantage of the benefits available to that structure. Now, I know this is a bit of a mouthful, And these are just examples. It may be a sole trader or a single income earner, or it may be a partnership, a joint partnership. It may be some other company structure, whatever the case is. It's important though that we understand that a good tax professional or accountant will be able to structure our setup to take advantage of the tax deductions available to us. So it's important that we understand that, so that any future decisions, we can base it on this structure. And it's important that we understand from the professional what can and can't be claimed as deductions, because it may save us putting items down that we can't claim, but there also could be items that we didn't even realise that we could claim. So it's important that you ask questions ourselves. So when you see your accountant or tax professional for the first time, make sure you take along a list of questions that you've pre-thought out, so that you can make sure that you're getting the most from your tax. So it's important also that we are diligent in our record keeping and associated processes. So we need to be able to present our documents and paperwork and everything that the accountant needs. We need to be able to provide this in an organised and a thorough manner to our accountant, so that not only will it keep his fees down, but it will also be in a structured manner that he can work through easily himself as well, and he will appreciate that. So once again, the information, the examples, guides, any other details that we've provided in this video are for educational purposes only, and they do not constitute financial or taxation advice. So it is your responsibility to seek your own independent financial or taxation advice from relevant professionals in their field. So in summary, we looked at some of the business costs and some of the tax deductions, or ways we can structure our business to make use of the tax deductions. So in our next video, we're going to look at our equity and our profit spreadsheets. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.